Hi there! This video will give you a few steps and a few instructions to help you and guide you when you're learning a new song. Being a contemporary vocalist, I am responsible for knowing the melody, and it's always a good idea to know the melody inside and out. That way you're not struggling with it whenever you have to use it or perform it. Learning a new song, it can be a lot of pressure, especially as a vocalist, and it can be sometimes difficult too. And that can depend on a variety of things like the harmony, how chromatic it can be, and even the genre it's in can bring some difficulty as well, especially if you're not familiar with it. However, it is very important to remember that there is more than one way of learning a new tune, and this is just one way of how I approach it. No matter what style or genre of the tune you choose to learn, I find it most helpful to give it a listen to before you do anything else. And I find it is important that you only listen with your ears and you're not looking at anything like lead sheets or music sheets, and to see if you can pick out anything using this method. So you can see if you can pick out the form, what's present in the tune, the time flow, the feel, the melody, any rhythmic elements that are cool or outstanding to you, and then the tonality. How does it sound to your ears? Is it happy? Is it sad? Normally I like to listen to a piece I'm learning, one or two times, or until I feel comfortable enough to continue on. But it's up to you. I would say at least give it a listen to once, remembering that you only want to use your ears and nothing else. So for step number 2, it's just more listening, except now you can bring any resource you want that will help you when you're learning your tune. I highly recommend having some sheet music or lead sheet in front of you, because they will help you with the melody, the rhythm. They'll give you the chords. Certain pieces of music will give you the lyrics. It kind of just depends on the type of tune you're listening to. And they'll also indicate the entry points. I would say do this 1 or 2 times, just like before. But again, you can do this as many times as you like, or as many times as you want, in order to feel even more comfortable with it. This is where the fun really begins. Using what you have gathered from the first 2 steps, now you'll start learning by doing. But before we get ahead of ourselves, ask yourself this one simple question. Are you vocally prepared? And what I mean by this is, can you sing the notes of the melody without putting strain on your vocal cords? It is always a good idea to do vocal warm-ups before you do any type of singing. For me, vocal warm-ups can be anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes and can include, but not limited to, a few breathing exercises, scales, stretches, lip rolls, and a few vocal exercises I have learned throughout the years. Once this is done, then you're ready to begin. And I highly recommend trying to find a guided melody track that suits your vocal range. If not, don't worry, don't panic. Use what you have for now, but just remember your limits. Now it's time to put you to the test. Once you reach this step, you should have a solid feel for your tune, so much that we're going to take away that guided melody. And to test this, we're of course going to use a track that doesn't have the melody. It can also be a karaoke track. Just be careful. Most karaoke tracks do have background vocals. When you're still learning your tune, it can become very disorienting. You also want to make sure that the track you choose is in a key that you're most comfortable with. If you're finding that you're having problems, don't worry. Just go back to step number 3 and continue working on it until you feel better. Some tips is, try singing these phrases that you're having troubles with a cappella, or you can even use the guided melody track, but just have it at a very, very low volume. That way you can't hear it, but if you get lost, you can still listen to it and get yourself back on track. In this last step, try accompanying yourself while you play. It is an optional step, and it is a matter of comfort and skill level. For me, I like having this tool in my belt because I have complete control of how I want to play it and how I would like to showcase my interpretation of the song of choice. And there you have it, 5 steps to help you when you're learning a new tune. I hope you found this video very useful and helpful. Just remember that there's more than one way of learning a tune. Take care.